This will be the 697th time he dusted us. Or close to it.
Yeah, all right. Very superstitious fellow.
Yes, sir.
Has to dust you off every night before he plays. There's Dickie Simpkins. Simpkins has been starting. Big Country Bryant Reeves, 6th overall pick in the June draft. The Bulls have been big news here in Vancouver all week. Autograph seekers wherever they've gone. The Bulls are a great lobby team. They get a lot of attendance in the lobbies of these hotels they stay at. Harvey and Longley on the tip, controlled by the Grizzlies. Here's Greg Anthony. Watched by Jordan to start. Reeves on the block against Longley. Big Country with the first 2 points of the night. Scotty wants Luke down low. Reeves cleans the rebound. Anthony on the run. Anthony on the penetration. First foul of the ball game coming up. Scottie Pippen on a reach, picks up his first.
There's a little drive down the lane. Pip just sort of tries to back up, but he gets caught for the foul.
So Greg Anthony at the free throw line hits on his first. Anthony has played well in the last 2 games, averaging 19 points, 9 assists, shooting 55% from the field in his last 2 contests. And Vancouver leads at 4-0, just underway in this first quarter. Pippen against King. Scotty wanted Michael to cut across the lane a little bit earlier there. Trying to get it inside to Luke Longley. Got a foul coming up. It's on Bryant Reeves, Big Country's first.
Looked like they struggled. Looked like they struggled a little bit offensively on this play down the court. I didn't know what they were trying to get here, but Luke went back door on the play.
Harper sets it up to Pippen. Longley on the block against Reeves. Wanted to go back door to Scotty. Luke in close. Knocked out of bounds by Reeves. It'll belong to Chicago. What they want to do is get the ball inside of Luke Longley and let him use his size and experience on Big Country. Longley sets the screen for Harper. Michael at the arc for 2.
Long deuce.
Grizzlies by 2 now here in the early going. Anthony sets up the play. Chris King off the screen by Harvey. King has 2 points, and the lead is 4 for Vancouver. Pippen looking to post Chris King. Now takes him to the hole. Simpkins on the follow.
Pip thought he was hammered on a play, but a nice follow-up.
Harvey. Blue Edwards. Vancouver by 2. King tried a nice feed inside of Harvey, knocked out of bounds by Michael Jordan. It'll belong to the Grizzlies with 7 to go on the shot clock. Bulls are break even with these uniforms if you're concerned about that. Longley retrieves to Pippen. Scotty allows the offense to assemble. Simpkins against Harvey. Reeves the rebound. And the crowd appreciates the effort by Bryant Reeves here in the early going. Anthony driving on Harper. Longley the rebound. Pippen pulls up for 3. Harvey to Anthony. Grizzlies on the run. King right back to Anthony. Wants a screen from Reeves and gets it. Nicely done on the reverse.
Greg Anthony getting a chance to freewheel a little bit. He was under a structure in New York, and you didn't see him get to use that talent.
Now he's got some quicks about him, right? We saw it at UNLV. You're right, he was handcuffed in Pat Riley's system in New York. This is Scotty. Harvey up high for the rebound. He started at center against Minnesota the other night. Anthony running the floor. Blue Edwards can hit the three. Anthony resets the offense. 10 to go on the shot clock. Left-hand corner of your screen. 5 to go. Tough pass into Reeves, stolen by Pippen. Jordan to Longley. Right back to Michael. Ring it up. Jordan second from the field. He has 4. Bulls still trail by 2 in the early going. $10 to go on the shot clock for King. This is Harvey on the block against Jordan. Blue Edwards at the arc for 3. Harvey the rebound. Anthony gave up the 3, took the 2. And here comes Jordan. Oh, nice feed. Dickey Simpkins in close.
Half court feed from Michael. No look. Dickey with the pinch post running down the court.
And we're tied at 8. Anthony again setting the floor. Blue Edwards off the screen by Reeves. Simpkins all alone for the rebound. Simpkins to Michael. Third from the field, 6 points for Jordan, and the Bulls take their first lead of the night.
I like this building. There are people right on the floor, right next to you. It's like you're in a little bit of a pit. It's going to be great when this team gets a little better.
Anthony on the run, and the foul is coming up. Looked like it was on Luke Longley. And on Luke, it's his first, second on the team. Break in the action, Greg Anthony. The Vancouver Grizzlies trailing the Bulls by 2. Oh, yep. What's the color?
Well, I'm not looking at the color. The shirt is some kind of a Trooper's shirt.
I think it's L.A., isn't it?
L.A. Trooper shirt.
Or maybe California State Police. I'm not sure.
Me and Jack Haley talking it over. There it is. Officer Rodman. Greg Anthony to shoot a couple. As you mentioned, he got fouled by Luke Longley. Luke picked up his first, and Greg Anthony makes the free throw.
That snaps a 6-0 Bulls run that had given them the lead. Bulls off 46% from the field here in the early going of the first quarter. Vancouver at about 38%. Greg Anthony with 6 points. A little pressure in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen against Chris King. 6.5 to go for the quarter. Longley the high screen. Pippen on the block. Oh, nice move. Beautiful move by Pippen. Bulls by 2. A little trap in the backcourt. They get the ball out of the hands of Anthony. Harvey trying to create down the lane. Nicely done. John, that's something we should see a lot of here tonight. They talked about it this morning at the shoot-around where the Bulls had their light practice, and that is they want to get the ball out of Greg Anthony's hands as early as they can, so you might see some half-court trap.
Well, you saw what happened. He just took the ball and went.
Pippen on the drive, didn't get the foul. Reeves the rebound. Blue Edwards. King lets it go from the baseline. Up over the backboard, it'll be Bulls ball.
What I was going to say is Harvey got the ball at midcourt. There was no pressure on him. He took it down the lane, and somebody made a quick stab, but he made the lay-in. So you better come up to that outlet man and make him give it up again, too.
It's Brian Winters. We got to know him, of course, in his days with the Cleveland Cavaliers and then the Atlanta Hawks. Good to see him get an opportunity to be a head coach.
Oh, yes, and then when he was a player with the Milwaukee Bucks, he used to keep that pressure on the Bulls.
Fresh shot clock for the Bulls. Scotty finds Michael.
That's his first miss.
Here comes King to Edwards. Lou Edwards wide open. Off the Bulls, combination of Pippen and Jordan. It'll belong to the Grizzlies.
You notice that the Bulls have to keep Michael and Scotty back there with Dennis Rodman out to make sure that they get some rebounding.
Take a look at those guys. Not only are they averaging 53 points a game between them, but 16 rebounds as well. Big Country in the lane. A little awkward shot there as Dickie Simpkins had stopped him. Pippen bumped all the way by Chris King, and the foul on King is his first, and that is the second on the Grizzlies. Under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Bulls and Grizzlies tied at 12. Harper wants Pippen in the post against King.
Off the glass. Nope. Straight in.
Scotty has 4. Bulls have come out and hit 7 of their first 16 shots, just under 50%. Lou Edwards threw it away to Pippen. Here comes Ronnie Harper.
Nice steal by Pip. Harper gets his first basket. The Bulls put some little defensive pressure on the top of the key and get away with the fast break.
Scotty with a couple of steals here in this first quarter now. The Bulls average, what, about 9 steals a game as a team.
Michael's about 6 now in the league, but Scotty's not anywhere to be seen.
Bulls have been on a serious run of late. Time winding down to the shot clock, and Anthony unable to save.
There was 2 seconds on the clock, but it did go into the backcourt. Brian Winter, Lyle Hollins sitting there on his left as you watch the screen.
If I'm not mistaken, Brian Winters was an All-America basketball player at South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Played on some teams. Do you remember a kid by the name of John Roach?
Oh, yes. He went into the ABA with the New York Nets and did an outstanding job.
He was a shooter out of New York who went to South Carolina. Harper on the finger roll. Nicely done. Little right hand from the left side. Harper has 4. Going to be Grizzlies basketball. Coach Phil Jackson just 4 wins away from becoming the all-time leader in Bulls history. Bryant Reeves on the block.
He draws a second foul on Luke Longley, a shooting foul. He got in the lane. He hesitated and got Luke to put that hand up. So that's only the 3rd foul on the the 4th foul on the Bulls, but he'll shoot 2. There he is. There's a hesitation, and Luke got him on the hand. So Bill Wennington will come in for him. Well, we got 1 quick second. Jeff and Sherry Newman are here in Vancouver celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. She got a diamond watch, and his gift was a trip to see the Bulls play here. So a nice one from Northbrook. Jeff and Sherry, the big guy, Country, bangs it off the rim, shooting 50% from the line. He split his free throws.
And there is Bill Wennington coming on for Luke Longley. And the point on Luke Longley you made earlier today, John, and certainly it's a valid one. When Luke comes off in that first quarter, if he's only got a foul, maybe 2 fouls, but 6, 7, 8 points, then you know he's going to have a good night. He comes off with 2 fouls here, no points thus far. He had some chances early in the game, in close. Big Country, true to form, splits his free throws.
Bill Wennington sporting a shiner.
Yeah, where'd he get hit?
He got hit by Trent.
Gary Trent?
Gary Trent
in that Portland game?
Yeah.
Skip pass to Pippen, right back to Simpkins in the lane. Nice move. Good ball movement by the Bulls that time. 6 for Simpkins.
Bulls have put some good defense on down in this stretch now.
Bulls enjoy a 7-point lead. Anthony for 3. Ring it up.
Went behind that screen, and he ends up with his 9 points here in the first quarter.
The lead is 4 for the Bulls. Wennington on the block against Bryant Reeves. Double down from Anthony. Harper. Simpkins in close. Took Harvey off his shoulder and then went to the right side for the jam.
He's sitting there talking to Greg Anthony.
Jordan on the intercept. Harper had it stripped away by Anthony. Oh, great move by Anthony around Simpkins. 4-on-1. Harvey.
And the foul on the the play. Bill Winnington on the tail end of that. Nice steal. You called it all. Nice steal on a play by Anthony. We got a timeout.
Take a look at it again. Anthony to Harvey with authority. This is what you do when you're in close. Make no doubt about it. After the third game of the season went on the injured list, and we talked to Chip Schaefer, the Bulls trainer, on the situation with Rodman.
Well, right now, Dennis continues to improve on a daily basis in his rehab program. His strength, range of motion, and all the factors that we consider important in his rehab are continuing to improve. He's been about 3 weeks to the day today, in fact, when he re-injured it in shoot-around in Cleveland. And we hope that probably after a couple of good hard practices next Monday and Tuesday, they'll be able to return maybe as soon as next Wednesday against New York.
Certainly, it would be great to have him back in the lineup. And by the way, if I was remiss and didn't mention, the color is green tonight on the hair. For those of you who keep track of those things. And by the way, the truck kept track of the Bulls record in these brand new road uniforms. It's 2-2 thus far. John, they're supposed to play 12 games with these uniforms. Now, are they trying to get all 12 games out of the way early, or is this something they're doing before Christmas? If you know what I mean.
Happened, the uniforms went sour on this trip to Redwood. Somebody put hot water in with them, I guess, and there's a pink streak where white is supposed to be. So
that'd be a nice
see
color.
This one, yeah.
Exactly. See if they get to how quick those uniforms get to the stores. Harvey at the free throw line completes a three-point play on the foul on Bill Wennington prior to the timeout. By the way, McDonald's will donate $25 to charitables every time a Bulls player slam dunks in tonight's game. Chicago lead 1-7 is down to 3, and we've got a foul coming up.
Wennington on the offensive foul.
His second
non-team foul. Oh, Pippen. That's his second. Okay, I thought it was Bill Wennington with that one.
Scotty picks up his second personal. Blue Edwards. Tony Kukoc in the lineup now for the Bulls.
Chip Schaefer just checking now to see if that, and then they get one on this end. Big Country picks up the foul.
Reeves on a push. Third.
See, they're going to correct it.
Foul is on Bill Wennington, not on Scotty Pippen.
Right,
you had it right. Wennington against Big Country down low. Simpkins off a screen by Wennington. Bryant Reeves with the rebound. Blue Edwards. Reeves has 4 rebounds here in this first quarter. Ball tipped from behind, I believe, by Harper. Harvey with 10 to go on the shot clock. This is Anthony.
He almost went behind the backboard on that play to get rid of the shot. 11 for Anthony.
He had to put some air under that one. Harper swings loose. Finds Wennington. Harper knocked it out of bounds. So it'll belong to the Grizzlies, who trail by just 1 with 57.5 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Michael sitting down, getting a little bit of a rest, and Tony Kukoc has been in his place.
Grizzlies shooting at about 47% from the field as Michael Jordan has a seat on the bench. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Vancouver bidding to take the lead. Harvey to the right hand, left it short. Simpkins the rebound. He's had a good first quarter. Harper given the open shot outside, goes to Pippen, baseline on the drive, and he drew contact at a foul. Fouls on Big Country up. No, it's on Antonio Harvey.
Pip beats his man. He goes up on the shot as he beats Byron Scott. Comes down to baseline, goes up, closes his eyes, knows, oh, there's going to be traffic there. Take another look as he goes down. Here they come to try to close the door. Randy Brown comes in the game also for Dickie Simpkins with the last 32.6. And Pip had struggled from the free throw line. He's had all kinds of problems in Seattle. He was 2 out of 11 from there, but
overall on the trip, John, he's 5 for 17. Splits a pair here. The Bulls lead is 2. Randy Brown checks in. On the drive, Anthony right by everybody, and a foul called. Brown on the push, his first.
This is very similar to the way the trip has gone. Every point guard has had their way with the Bulls. They haven't come up with wins, but they've come up with an awful lot of points and beating guys to the basket. And here goes Greg Anthony up, and he's fouled by Brown. 11 points in the first quarter for Anthony. Make it 12.
Anthony Avent coming in for the Grizzlies. And he replaces Big Country Bryant Reeves. Reeves with 3 points, 6 rebounds in that first quarter. Steve Kerr checks in with 23.1 seconds remaining. And Ron Harper leaves. Harp has a seat on the bench. 4 points and 2 from the field for Harper. Anthony puts in on a pair. He's got 13 points. 13 of the 23 Vancouver points of this first quarter. Ties the Grizzly record for number of points in a quarter. Pippen against King. Time winding down. Scotty finds Wennington spotting up. And the Canadian native makes good on his first from the field. King hustling, trying to beat the clock. Let it go in time. And it's off the heel of the rim. The end of one complete here in Vancouver. Phil Jackson of the Chicago Bulls hold a 2-point lead over the home-standing expansionists from Vancouver. Ernie Harris, Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr from the great Canadian Northwest, Vancouver, British Columbia. Phil Jackson of the Chicago Bulls on top of the Vancouver Grizzlies as we start the second quarter. The numbers of the first quarter, pretty good shooting period for the Bulls. They were out-rebounded slightly by the Grizzlies, but 5 turnovers by the Grizzlies allowed the Bulls to capitalize. Jordan goes to work here in the second quarter. Had it partially blocked. Harvey comes up with it. Derek Martin in the game now. King stopped by Jordan. Martin and Byron Scott at the guards. Harvey and King are the forwards, and Anthony Avent also up front. Harvey will actually play the center position, but it's like having 3 forwards in the lineup. From deep, Byron Scott for 3. He could still shoot it.
He's got a second here. I just heard of a big trade in the NBA. The 76ers trade Sean Bradley and others to the Nets for Derek Coleman. We'll let you know a little bit later what happens there. That is a huge trade for both of those teams.
Anthony Avent picks up the foul here. His first on the team. Well, that is a big trade, huge trade. Kukoc on the turnaround. A little too strong. Avent the rebound. Derek Martin sets it up. We haven't seen Eric Murdoch or Eric Mobley thus far in the ball game for the Grizzlies, the newly acquired players from Milwaukee in the Benoit Benjamin trade. Scott with the dish in close. 5 to go on the shot
3
clock.
seconds are going to be okay. Step. What did he do? Knock it out?
Well, apparently, yes.
Had to be 3 seconds.
4 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Scott was in there that long, but.
King had to force a shot.
Offensive foul.
Yeah.
So Derek Martin picks up an offensive foul.
Make it Chris King.
Is it Chris King?
Chris King with the off arm, warding off the defender. Picks up the foul, his second. Wennington up high. Steve Kerr. Kerr and Jordan seeing a lot of time together on the floor. Kukoc backing in with 6 to go on the shot clock. Tony creates to the left. Tony had it stripped away. Wennington comes up with it. Fresh shot clock for the Bulls. Kukoc.
Gently off the glass. Tony in the hole dealing. I love to see that.
6'10", he's got an advantage height-wise over most of the people covering him, especially if he's playing the 3 spot. Byron Scott, a lot of standing around there, and we get a foul coming up off the ball.
Steve Kerr or Tony? One of them.
Going to be on Tony. His first on the team. Still having a discussion, I think, with the fans behind the Bulls bench. Martin lets it go from deep. Wennington the rebound. Kerr to Randy Brown. Kukoc again trying to post up on Antonio Harvey. Tony backs in. Tough shot there. Good defense by Harvey. Martin to Avent. Weddington trying to clear, and he does to Brown. Here comes Kukoc. And they set up the offense. Weddington on the trail. Kerr to Jordan. They've cleared it out for him. Turnaround over Scott. The tip by Tony won't go, but Weddington cleans it up. Bill with 4. 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Bulls by 3. Avent to the right hand. 1 point Chicago advantage. Kukoc again on the post. Finds Weddington off a screen by Jordan. Bit of a force there, but nothing but net. Weddington over Anthony Avent. Took advantage of his height advantage. The lead is 3 for Chicago. Derek Martin setting it up. Byron Scott had it stripped away, but a foul coming up, and it's on Randy Brown, his second personal, second on the team. There is a look at Randy Brown. Derek Martin again sets it up. Martin released by Minnesota November 3rd. Seeing some meaningful playing time with the Grizzlies now. Avent couldn't make it go. Weddington's outlet pass knocked away, nearly stolen by Harvey. He lost the handle out of bounds.
We got a second here. Rachel Brennan, who is Margot Kerr's sister, is recovering from a severe head injury suffered in an accident. She watches from Salt Lake City on WGN. She's improving steadily and doing well, and Steve just wanted to say good luck. Hope you feel better from he and Margot.
Absolutely. We'll pass along our best wishes as well.
Yes.
Bulls leading by 3. Jordan's got it cleared. 10 to go on the shot clock now. Kerr is open for 3. Jason Caffey in the ball game now for the Bulls. Longley. Michael. And he got a push right here on the drive. Byron Scott's first personal. That is the second on the team. Big country Bryant Reeves coming back into the contest for the Grizzlies. Reeves back on. Antonio Harvey has a seat on the bench, and right away got a foul coming up.
Anthony Avent.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him. He normally wears 00. Yeah, I saw 34 out there. Didn't know where it came from.
You know, in his career, he's usually been 00 wherever he's been. Avent picks up his second personal. That's 3 on the team now. Brian
Winter's trying to play a little matchup. He knows Reeves had pretty good success against Luke starting the game out.
Longley goes to work. Luke gets his own rebound. Foul coming up here. Timeout called on the floor by Vancouver. The foul is on Anthony Avent reaching in. It's his third personal foul. 4th on the team. Break of the action with the visitors from Chicago leading by 3. Bulls on the offensive glass have done the job here tonight. Rebounding overall. Take a look at the advantage for Chicago there, and then go to the offensive glass, and it's 8-1. Favor the Bulls. You'll win games with those kinds of numbers. Hey, on Tuesday, December 19th, the Bulls battle the Dallas Mavericks. It's Miller Lite Lovables poster night. First 10,000 fans, 21 and older, entering United Center, receive a Bulls Lovables poster. Compliments of Miller Lite. Hey, and while we have a chance, John, we should mention one of the hot items of the holiday season is coming
Christmas,
up.
yes.
The Bulls Wives organization teammates will be selling the custom-designed ornament holiday season here at the United Center coming up on December 8th, 13th, 16th, and 22nd. This is the ornament for your Christmas tree or your holiday decorating. 30th anniversary logo.
Yeah. A player's signatures on it sure is always a great gift around this time of the year. Luke Longley scratches into the column with his first point. He's got a free throw.
And if I'm not mistaken, you can only buy one of those at the United Center on those dates I mentioned.
From the teammates.
Luke makes good on a pair at the line, his first 2 points of the night.
By the way, those proceeds go to charitables on those two. So the Bulls try to steal the ball. They come along. White shirts were there.
Pressure in the backcourt. Jordan and Cathy that time. And they continue the pressure. Byron Scott. Steve Kerr tipped it for a moment. Scott clears it ahead. Martin sets up the offense. Down to 8 to go on the shot clock. That's what that backcourt pressure does. It gives you less time once you get it into your zone. Kukoc trying to control the board. Avent off the glass.
It seems to always show up on his road trips, especially if the Bulls do not get the ball cleanly, they get a basket.
Michael, no look to Tony. Kerr off the screen by the waiter.
Got him on the hand.
Foul coming up here. Derek Martin on his first.
Steve comes around. Martin a little slow getting to him. Steve recognizes that, goes up, gets hit across the right hand, and we'll try for a couple free throws here.
Bulls, after shooting 52% of the first quarter, Red, have gone cold here in the second quarter, shooting about 25%. Steve Kerr on his first. He's shooting at about 83% from the foul line thus far this season.
You know, Kim is here from Moretti's in Chicago. Watched the Hawks play last night to a tie, and now watching the Bulls. And Steve drops the second one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're from Chicago, this was the week to be in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yep.
Hawks last night, Bulls tonight. Cathy the steal.
He missed the left-hand stuff. A little pressure on him, but
Byron Scott the pull-up.
a long deuce for Byron Scott. He has been around. He's been with the Showtime Lakers. He's done an outstanding job at Indiana.
Well, you know the note on him. Here's Jordan for three. Anthony Avent the rebound. King on the penetration. An air ball. And the Bulls back the other way. Kukoc to Kerr for three.
Whoa.
And a little error there, too.
Yeah, missed to the left there. He gets a little Bronx cheer here in Vancouver.
Blue Edwards is in for Chris King. Greg Anthony is in for Derek Martin in the Grizzly lineup. Well, the note on Byron Scott is that in his 12 years in the NBA, the team he's played on has made the playoffs every year. I think that might be broken if he spends the year here in Vancouver. Scott, again, if he gets room. Avent on the tip. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies, Anthony Avent.
I know how good a record that is, Wayne. I played 12 years in the NBA, always played in the playoffs. The 2 years I coached the Bulls, we were in the playoffs.
Well, you had a 14-year streak going then. Huh?
Yeah, that was very nice. That was a lot of fun when you don't have to go home the last day of the season.
Exactly. Pick up a little change. Luke to the left hand. Tony banging on the boards. Reeves takes it away on the steal. Anthony, good move to get around Kerr. Avent mishandles at the baseline. 10 to go on the shot clock. Double team from Longley. Avent threw it away. Kukoc to Jordan. Oh, what a move.
He almost missed it, too. He went around the inside. The first basket of second quarter for MJ. He's got 8.
Bulls lead is 5. Their biggest lead of the night was 7. Scott to Big Country. Reeves over Longley.
That's a very blockable shot he shoots. He doesn't get high on it. He puts it right in your face. Get that if you play in his right hand. I think you stop him.
Timeout called by the Bulls. 4:07 to go in this first half. Phil Jackson, some words with Luke Longley as we head to the break. Sony. Along with our producer-director, Arnie Harris. Associate Director, John Big Country Walgren, who got up here early. Mr. Kerr almost beat you into the Great Northwest. Janice Devine on our graphics tonight. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Redker, good to have you with us. I know it's late night back in the Central Time Zone and East Coast, wherever you're watching. Scottie Pippen on the inbounds. Bulls have been cold here in this second quarter compared to what they did in the first quarter. Jordan threading through traffic. Left it a little short. Longley keeps it alive. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. Last touch by Chicago. Bulls by 3. It's been a low scoring first half.
Well, you usually find it because they like to control it and play with it, with that ball in the half court for about 22-23 seconds.
Reeves on the drive. He traveled.
Had the right idea, but he couldn't get it from that brain that's just 7 feet the top of his head to the feet. That's hard. Watch it. You know what you want to do.
Big Country says, I thought you were supposed to get away with that in this league. Not if you're a rookie. Jordan left it short. Caffey. Good springs on those legs. Jason the rebound. They rotate to Pip. Scotty with his third from the field.
If you want to stay long in this NBA, you don't give Michael one shot and then get a rebound and give Scotty another shot.
Yeah, exactly. Coming up on 3 minutes to go, first half.
Ooh, Michael knew the passing lane. Blue Edwards hasn't scored here yet.
Byron Scott watched by Scottie Pippen. Avent picked up by Randy Brown, or I should say Greg Anthony around the screen by Avent. Longley the rebound. Pippen no look to Caffey. Offensive foul. Anthony had position.
Anthony ran back. The only way he can defend the center position is to hope to pick up the offensive foul. Caffey does not see him at all. Watch this. Caffey runs. The man is right there. Nothing you can do about that.
2.5 to go, first half. Reeves against Longley.
Nice move by Brian Reeves, taking the ball in strong.
7 for Reeves. Chicago lead is 3. Jordan on the block against Scott. Into traffic.
And Michael just a tad short on those plays. He's getting where he wants to be.
Blue Edwards.
That's his first 2 points in the night.
Transition bucket for the Grizzlies. Draws them to within 1. 2 minutes left to go. First half. Seven to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. Longley low post with 3 to go. Randy Brown drops in his first from the field. The lead is 3 once again. Anthony on the penetration.
Is anybody there? Hello.
15 for Greg Anthony. His first 2 points, however, of this second quarter. The lead is 1 for Chicago. Brown to Pippen. Nice feed. Good turn by Scotty at the baseline. A minute left to go this first half of play. This is Greg Anthony.
Screen roll up high with Reeves.
Yep, there it is. Reeves rolled clear too. Anthony didn't see him. Blue Edwards. Pippen on the run. Under a minute to go in the half.
Oh, he wanted to take it, but he didn't.
Longley out on the floor at the elbow.
Bulls with everything long, everything off the iron. Nothing smooth up there. I don't know if this is a tough place to shoot for him.
Shot clock on the left, game clock on the right. But the shoot around, Phil Jackson was talking about that this morning. He's talking to his team. He said you need good spacing on your rebounds because these rims are tight. Ball's going to pop out of there. Avent, 3 to go on the shot clock. Gave it up. Here comes Randy Brown to Scottie Pippen to beat the buzzer, and the foul is on Scott with 3.8 seconds remaining. Let's pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Back at General Motors Place. Coming up at halftime. Dan Rowan will be standing by with an update on the sports. Pippen makes good on his first of the line. Timeout taken here. 22nd timeout taken by the Grizzlies. Pippen now in double digits with 10. As one more coming up at the line. 3.8 seconds remain in this first half. And the Bulls by 4. Bulls coming off a Tuesday night win at Portland. 107-104.
Well, they've got a chance. 3.8 if they get it to the right man. Anthony, they've got a chance to get it down.
Should say they come off that win over Portland on Monday night. They were up here on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then today the game. Down to L.A. after the contest tonight. 2 days in Los Angeles, and that wraps up the longest road trip of the season. Scottie Pippen with the second of 2.
Michael's on the runway. Oh, and he missed the ball. He had a shot at it.
Byron Scott to beat the clock. Fouled by Scottie with 0.4 of a second remaining.
Outside the three-point circle. Let's see what he says here. No. Scottie Pippen with 33. He's inside. So they get to that play on that last free throw. Scottie missed it short. Michael was on the runway. He was right in there, but the ball came off so quick. He didn't have a chance for it.
There's Scottie Pippen, only a second personal foul.
So King is put in the game to guard Michael, who's down at the other end. You know, Tony's going to try to throw the ball long, and there's no chance for the beautiful play that they ran at Portland where Michael caught it, threw it over his shoulder to Scottie cutting for the layup.
That was a gorgeous move. 6 points now for Byron Scott off the bench. And he could bring the Grizzlies to within 2.
Hey, Ben, so you're right. So he's questioning the coach. He says, 2 of you guys go guard Michael on this play. And he's saying, what? We already got a guy down there. He said, I know it. Hit both of you down there.
7 for Byron Scott. Kukoc lets it go at the horn and nearly got it. So the first half comes to a close. Phil Jackson and company play on the lead, 44-42. Stay tuned for WGN at halftime with Dan Rowan right after this.
And this guy wants to keep the games close. That's one way to stay in with the bigger teams, is not get into a contest of sprinting up and down the floor.
Well, Red, in effect, you shorten the game is what you do.
Right. And the Bulls are sitting there without a three-pointer. And Big Country
is a senior, and this kid comes in from this small Oklahoma town, and he pins that on him. This Bryant Reeves comes in from Gans, Oklahoma, and Byron Houston started calling him Big Country as he was from the country. He was going to Stillwater, Oklahoma, to the city. And it stuck. And Al McGuire at the NCAAs his freshman year really made it stick, and that's what he called him the whole time.
Well, let's show him a little bit what the big city is like this half.
Scottie Pippen and the Bulls open the third quarter, leading 44-42.
Oh, Pip, he wasn't ready for it.
At the back door, Scottie, and he touched it last. It'll belong to Vancouver. Turnover Bulls.
Yeah, they had a nice little alley-oop play, but Pip didn't think the guy was going to not be with him, and he shook free, but the ball slipped out of his hand.
Chris King out high. 10 to go on the shot clock. Big country banging with Luke. Pippen helped out. Longley clears the board. Jordan on the move. Pulls in some transition here. The skip pass to Harper. Splashes a 2. So the lead is 4 for Chicago. Biggest lead in this game is 7 points by the Bulls in the first half. Reeves again on the block. Harper coming away from behind. Harp on the drive. He was fouled by Chris King. That's King's 3rd personal, first on the team.
Good play that time. They went down low to country, and Harp came from the weak side. The big guy does not see him at all, and here comes Harp down. He's trying to go in for the shot. We'll take a look at the steal. Watch, here comes Harp from the back and just taps it right out of his hand. Beautifully done by Harp, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
Sneaky guy, isn't he? Yeah. Just snuck up on that big center from behind, and guy never knew he was there.
I hated those guys. Get away. Throw the ball, and now cut and get away.
Oh, man. Sometimes the worst thing a big guy can do is bring the ball down to the floor.
Oh, absolutely the worst.
8 points now for Ron Harper, having a pretty good game. Some trapping in the backcourt here.
I guarantee if you're playing one-on-one.
Harvey, and it's rejected by Dickie Simpkins.
Dickie high up for the block. I guarantee if a big man's playing one-on-one, puts the ball down, somebody's going to steal it on him.
Watch where Dickie comes to get this one.
Way up. Yes, way up high.
10 to go on the shot clock. Nice lob into King. Luke rejects the shot. Saved by Harp. Pippen the lob. Jordan.
Oh, yes. Anthony was with him. Couldn't do anything about it. 10 for Michael, and they'll talk it over with a timeout. The Bulls with 8.
10.5 to go on the third. Jordan and the Bulls, watch this. Pippen with the touch pass all the way up on the alley-oop to Jordan. Watch it again. It bears worth watching as we head to the break with the Bulls on top by 8. WGN.
I like that little border that they've kept the Indian motif up here in Vancouver on his uniform, so that's real neat.
Pippen nearly had a steal there. Edwards at the arc for 3. Ring it up.
Ooh, I thought he was on the line, but they give him 3.
Blue with 5. That stops a 6-0 run by the Bulls to open the second half. Michael gets a high screen from Luke. Harp on the wing. Pass intended for Simpkins, denied by Harvey. Anthony on the run, finds Blue Edwards on the scoop. Simpkins claims the board.
Watch the pass here, Dickie.
Bulls run some offense. Michael picked up on a switch by Reeves. Takes it from deep. Simpkins right there for the rebound.
Dickie, nice job. Michael had a wide open 3. Simpkins having a great game here. He's got 10 points. He should be close to double figures in rebound. No, he's got 7. 6.
Got time to get the other 4.
Yep.
Anthony sets it up. Bulls are leading by 7. King watched by Jordan. Time winding down to the shot clock, the left-hand corner of your screen. Harper knocked it out of bounds. Only 3 seconds remaining on the clock.
Let's see this one. If it was a 3-point field goal by Blue Edwards, was he? Pretty close. Pretty close. Big country.
Oh, that would have brought the house down.
Nice job by Pip. Did you see him tip it out to him?
Yes, I did. Here comes Scotty on the run here. Picked up on a switch by Reeves. Scotty looking for the mismatch and had to throw it away.
Go get it.
It's an over and back violation. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. Bill not happy there.
No, he's not very happy camper.
Take a look at the breakdown of the scoring. Bulls getting even 22 points from their guards and forwards, and the Grizzlies getting most of their scoring from those 2 areas as well. Anthony on the penetration. Oh, nice move. Simpkins another rebound. That's a 7th.
Technical foul on Greg Anthony. He beat Michael to the hoop. He beat Michael to the hoop and thought he got fouled. So they'll call it technical. MJ to the line.
Watch it. Let's see if we can pick it up here,
Comes
John.
on through here.
He got bumped through there, that's for sure. Anthony may have a legitimate gripe.
Yeah, he's just said NBA is no bumps allowed.
Yeah. Right? You got it.
Michael misses the technical. That's the first one I can remember him missing this year from the technical situation.
I learned from Jerry Glanville the NFL stands for not for long, and I learned from you that the NBA stands for no bumps allowed. Oh, gosh. Scottie Pippen. Rimmed out on him. Ball kept alive by Harper. Jordan trying to thread his way through. Harper for 3. Anthony picks it off. Anthony on the run, and it's stripped away in a foul. Pippen reached in. It looked like he got it cleanly, but called the foul on Michael Jordan.
Here's the. Yep, Michael got the ball, then got the hand, so Anthony will shoot. Jordan picks the foul up. Breaks Jerry Sloan's record, as we said, 697 appearances in a Bulls uniform. Michael Jordan. Greg Anthony, at that point, 16.
Anthony in his 4th year out of UNLV. 1 out of 2 at the line. Bulls by 6 here. 3rd quarter. One thing the Bulls have had this year, Red. Oh, nice feed from Harper.
Ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
How can you run out of bounds? I never understand. Why would you go out of bounds?
Watch this. This is a pretty good feed on the baseline here.
Well, he didn't try to go. He stepped out. But there's a lot of times players just go out, drift out of bounds, and then come back in, and they never get the call.
Antonio Harvey, the tomahawk.
Harvey's got 2 baskets that he's made, taking giant steps to the hoop, big-time baskets.
Michael running circles around Edwards, denied by Harvey. Reeves to Anthony, to Harvey. No, but a foul. Oh, the young Grizzlies feeling their oats here in this 3rd quarter.
Absolutely going down the lane for the basket, and a big block shot. And then Harvey comes back on Harper. Here's where Michael goes down the lane, and watch all the white shirts converge as he starts to go up for this basket. Everybody there.
Antonio Harvey at the free throw line. The foul was on Ron Harper, his 1st. And the 2nd on the team.
He said he stood there trying to take the foul. Antonio Harvey's heart has to be beating 100 miles a minute now. He went in for that big jam. He just comes down. He made a block shot.
He blocks Michael's Jordan shot and then misses 2 free throws. All in the life of an expansionist. And he stepped out of bounds. Harper ran out of real estate on the sideline this time. Is this court a little smaller than normal? Nine turnovers for the Bulls, 11 for the Grizzlies.
Bulls are the best in the league, one of the best in the league at forcing it.
That was a great pass from Anthony into big country. And the ball just hung there for a moment. It wouldn't go in. Foul coming up on Luke Longley. 3rd personal on Luke, 3rd on the team.
Well, I would say of the battle tonight of the centers, this rookie here has got the best of our guys. He got inside. That ball rolls around and falls off.
Watch this, it almost stops right there.
Yeah, Luke got himself in foul trouble early. He had a couple fouls and never got a chance to get back in the game. And Big Country hits the free throw, and the Bulls call a timeout.
Bulls have committed 5 turnovers in this 3rd quarter, and Phil Jackson wants to put a stop to it right now with 7 minutes left to go in the quarter, and the Bulls lead down to 3. Help in compliments of Kemper Mutual Funds. Michael Jordan's been quiet in this 3rd quarter, just 2 points.
6 of 14 shooting. Only been to the free throw line once, and that came by a technical foul on Greg Anthony. He makes both of them. Got 9 points.
Chicago lead is 2.
Well, this is why they traded Benoit Benjamin to Milwaukee, to give this guy some playing time.
Grizzlies have been doing a number on the Bulls lately. Pippen leaves that one short. Chris King on the run. Anthony to Blue Edwards. Dealing baseline, stopped by Longley and Pippen, and it'll belong to the Grizzlies. The ball did hit out of bounds. Phil Jackson up debating with one of the officials again, trying to plead his case. Anthony to Blue Edwards.
The guy in Portland called him the preacher.
Yeah.
The preacher is up.
Reeves on the turnaround over Longley. Tough shot. Here comes Michael Jordan. Chicago's lead is 2. Almost halfway through third quarter. Jordan sets the floor again as they clear it out for him. He's double teamed. Pippen was open. He lost the handles. Blue Edwards. Chris King.
Bulls turn it over again. Comes into a fast break, and they've tied it up at 52 with 5:50 to play in the third quarter.
It's the first tie since early in the ball game. Harper at the arc looking for 3, and they give him 2. He had a toe on the three-point line. Harper with 10. Anthony right by Harper on the other end. Harp commits the foul, and Anthony will get 2 at the line. The hack on Harper, his second, 4th on the team.
Yep, Harp put that right foot on line. He was wide open, and he closed up a little bit.
See a lot of guys get the pigeon toes around that three-point line, you know.
Greg Anthony with 16 in the game.
Anthony scored 13 of his 17 points now in that first quarter to keep this ball club afloat. John, you know, I'm real impressed with the way he's playing, and I watched some tape of this ball club and was impressed with what he did against the LA Clippers earlier this season, leading this team on the floor, because he did not get a chance to do that with the Knicks. He was playing behind Harper. And as you mentioned, in a structured type of offense, very structured. 6 to go on the shot clock for Harper. Trying to utilize the screen by Longley. Finds Luke at the baseline. Better get it off. 24-second violation on the air ball.
Terrible offense is what Phil's thinking. We go to run a play down there, and they do nothing but tattoo the ball on the floor, and you look up, and your big guy's got to beat the clock.
Phil Jackson normally allows his ball club to play through these types of periods. Take a look at the turnovers, even at 11 apiece. 7 turnovers for the Bulls in this third quarter. Kukoc up off the Bulls bench will be coming on in a moment. Reeves in close again and draws contact and a foul. He was sandwiched. Luke Longley was one of the players he was sandwiched against, and Luke gets called for his 4th personal. Harper tried to collapse on him, but the contact right there is the foul.
Man was wide open underneath.
Wennington in along with Tony Kukoc. Bryant Reeves having a career night.
Well, just about anything he does now with this playing time is going to give him a career. He'll be topping that almost every night, you would think, with the playing time he'll get. He's got 10 points.
He has 6 rebounds. He's played 26 minutes, which is a career high. And the Vancouver Grizzlies have their first lead since the first half.
They've done it with 10 free throws in this quarter. They get to the line, you can do that.
Simpkins. Tony. Dickey out on the floor. 8 to go on the shot clock. King tipped it out. 7 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls now.
Aggressive defense, and this is what you'll find from expansion teams. Aggressive defense. They don't have a lot of the offensive talent, but they really stick underneath.
Tony on the inbound.
Dickey was wide open on the inbound.
Harper trying to penetrate on the finger roll. Kukoc had it blocked from behind at a foul.
Boy, when they ran that play from out of bounds, Dickie Simpkins was wide open. And then Reeves picks the foul up. That's his third.
Send Tony Kukoc to the free throw line. Tony just 2 points here tonight. Tony in the ball game 1 for 7 from the field, and he's been in double figures in just 2 of 5 games on this road trip.
There's only been 5 baskets in this quarter by both the teams. They spent a lot of time to the free throw line.
Harvey clears the board. Blue Edwards, ring it. 7 for Edwards. The lead is 3 for Vancouver. Kukoc. And a foul coming up on Blue Edwards. His first, third on the team. The Bulls, who have led by as many as 8 points, had an 8-point lead earlier in this third quarter, have now slipped behind by 3. And offense has been hard to come by for the Bulls here in this third quarter. Not that the Grizzlies have shot lights out either. Looked like a hand check or push there, but they're calling it on Wennington, apparently on an illegal screen. Offensive foul, Wennington. His third personal.
Now you have to stand still on this screen. He stands.
I don't understand.
He stood still on it.
I didn't see the foul there.
Yeah.
Edwards up and firing for 3. Rebound back tap to Pippen. He's got Kukoc on his right. Feeds Tony on the drive. Right back to Scotty for the thunder slam.
They all left the gym on that play. Scotty comes up with a nice feed from Tony.
1 point lead for the Grizzlies. Blue Edwards. Nice feed to Reeves. Stripped away by Harper. Picked up by Pippen. Harper loses Anthony. Tony double teamed. Harp has it back. Pippen for 3. Edwards the long carom. Anthony, nice bounce feed. King blocked by Pippen.
No, never hit the board.
Goaltending the call.
Or am I wrong? We'll see. Didn't look like it got to the board. Pippen's laying back, waiting for it to go up. It did hit the board. Good call.
Wennington throws it away. Tony not expecting the pass. Anthony on the drive. Denied by Harper, but he was fouled. Harper's third. Team is over the limit. Be shooting foul anyway.
There he goes, in for the stuff. This time he was going to power slam it. Harp came back, took the foul, and all of a sudden, the Bulls can't do anything right on offense.
Greg Anthony's 3 points in this third quarter have all been from the free throw line.
Bulls with 13 points in this quarter.
So the foul, a good one, because instead of getting an easy jam for 2, Greg Anthony now, at best he can do is 1 on this possession.
Michael sitting on the bench has been there for quite a while. There's only 10 points in the game.
Meanwhile, Scotty's been on the floor with a good portion of the second unit. Anthony missed a pair. Not a bad foul there, right?
Yeah.
Bulls trail by 3. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Harper thought the back door was open. Anthony got back quickly. 10 to go in the shot clock for the Bulls. 5 to go now. Bill Wennington against Antonio Harvey. Beautiful move to beat the clock. Wennington with a nice move. He has 8 points. Bulls trail by 1.
Well, they have done tonight. Vancouver's done what they've wanted to do. They've got the Bulls into this slow down half-court game. They've kept the score down, and matter of fact, they're ahead by 1.
Harvey over Simpkins, a brick there. Kukoc pries loose the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Tony wants to post down low. They reverse to Harper. 10 to go on the clock for the Bulls. Pippen. Simpkins the rebound, and it's stripped away by Blue Edwards. Greg Anthony doesn't have numbers, doesn't need numbers.
20 for Greg Anthony. He just slowed down looking for somebody to come on the wing. Nobody was there. Took it on in. Hand check on Blue Edwards.
Second on Blue. Greg Anthony gets a breather. Derek Martin is in. Anthony Avent comes in for Bryant Reeves. Steve Kerr coming in for the Bulls in place of Ron Harper. Judd Bushler is in as well. And he's going to get Dickie Simpkins. Minute 27 left to go in the third. Bulls are trailing 62-59. Pippen, if I'm not mistaken, has played the entire third quarter. Kerr off a screen by Kukoc for three. First tray for Steve Kerr. The Bulls have caught the Grizzlies at 62. Coming up on a minute left to go in the third. Martin looking to penetrate. 9 to go on the shot clock. Derek Martin again on the drive. Yes, and a foul. Yes, and it counts. Tony Kukoc picks up his second personal.
Derek Martin with his first basket of the game. He comes down off a screen. And high off the glass.
Well, I guess almost over the glass. Tony asked the official, what did I do? Sometimes fouls are called and it's a matter of circumstance, don't you think, Red?
Yes, I do.
It's not supposed to be that way, but
no.
Sometimes if you're just in that neighborhood.
The Bulls' interior offense on this whole trip has been very soft when the guards go down the lane.
Harvey the rebound off the missed free throw. They reload the offense. Under a minute to go in the third. Grizzlies by 2. Avent on the drive. Back tap rebound saved by Blue Edwards.
Good hustle by this young team. They got the crowd going in their favor. They got the Bulls down by 2, and they've got a final shot here.
About an 8-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Martin on the penetration. Bushler clears it. Bulls have time for one last shot. Bushler backs up to the arc. Time winding down. Pippen for 3. And we will go to the 4. Standing ovation here at General Motors Place. Michael Jordan sat out most of that third quarter, while the Grizzlies came from behind for a 2-point lead as we head to the 4th. Once again, the Bulls and the Chicago Sun-Times have teamed up to make teaching fun and exciting for both the teachers and the students. The Hit the Hoops newspaper and education program in the Chicago Sun-Times lets you follow the Bulls while you learn. For more information, call the Chicago Sun-Times School Department at 312-321-3120.
Well, this team, the Grizzlies, started out 2-0. They beat Portland, they beat Minnesota, and then they've lost their last 12 games. And now they're 12 minutes away from beating one of the premier teams in the league.
You know, it should be pointed out that of the 4 visiting teams that have come here to play, 3 of them have been held under 100 points in this building, and visitors have been shooting 40% from the field in this building. The Bulls are at 39% right now for the game. Chris King out on the floor, wide open for 2 to start the 4th quarter and give the Grizzlies a 4-point advantage. Bushler out high to Ron Harper. Harper, Bushler, Kerr, Longley, and Caffey in the ball game for the Bulls. No Jordan, no Pippen. Caffey operating baseline on the drive.
No
Byron
foul.
Scott comes up with it. Lost the handle. Caffey picks up. They reset the offense. Harper, nice look. Caffey on the drive. Jason Caffey's first 2 points of the game. A minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Derek Martin watched by Steve Kerr. King has Bushler on him. Scott around a screen by Harvey. 4 to go on the shot clock. Scott off balance.
He leaned in trying to draw the foul. That's all he was looking for, and he made the shot on the way.
A little leaner there. He was leaning sideways, though. Usually you see a guy lean forward. Ten to go on the shot clock for the Bulls, who trail by 4.
Still outside.
Harper trying to penetrate. I believe it was Scott who reached in, and it was. His third personal, first on the team. Non-shooting affair. Bushler will inbound. This is an interesting lineup the Bulls have started the fourth quarter with. Red trying to feed Luke Longley. He finally comes up with it. Kerr is open to the arc for 3 and just short. Avent the rebound. Martin to King. King to the hole. Drew the foul. Steve Kerr picks it up. It's his first. First on the team.
Well, the thing you have to wonder is how many minutes. What did Michael play here? 29 minutes tonight? Had a long rest.
Georgia 29 minutes. Pippen has played 28.
There comes Michael now.
He got a real long rest. King drops home the first, and he'll have another. Now Michael is in. And he went out, what, about midway through the third quarter, right? He's had a long rest. Bushler leaves.
Michael has 6 points in the first quarter, 1 basket in the second quarter, a basket in the third quarter.
10 points for Chris King as he makes good on both of the line. Grizzlies lead by 6, their biggest lead of the night. Foul on Anthony Avent as Jason Caffey took that pass. Avent with the hand check. His 4th, second of the team. Harper to Kerr. Caffey on the block. And it tipped away. Stolen by Martin. The lead for Scott. Fouled by Harper. Ron Harper's 4th, second on the team.
There it is, tipped away.
Avent tipped it away.
And here they go, down. Nice pass underneath. Scott takes it on up. Harper on the foul.
Hard foul by Ron Harper here to deny the basket on the break. Byron Scott, the veteran, at the free throw line. 86% from the free throw line this season. He's been struggling from the field in his last 3 games coming into tonight, shooting 29%. But Scott here tonight, 3 of 4 from the field, and he nets his first free throw on this trip to the line. He is now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe.
This is their biggest lead.
If he makes this one, it would equal the biggest lead of the game, once held by the Bulls early in the third. 8-point lead for the Grizzlies.
Bulls haven't done anything right here the second half, have they?
Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Jason Caffey, Ron Harper. They want Luke down low. Now Jordan with 8 to go on the shot clock. To the red zone with 5 to go, and it tipped away. The last touch by the Bulls. Caffey, as he tried to pick it up, and hit the baseline.
You know, when I coached the Bulls and we did beat a good team, they would always say, we played terrible, we did this. You didn't give credit to the other team. Tonight, this team is much better than the Bulls. Their effort, their intensity, everything that they have done, and the scoreboard is showing it.
And you know, this is something that Phil Jackson talked to his team about this morning at their practice. He said their building will have a lot of energy. This team will come right at you. Byron Scott off the mark there, Longley the rebound. He said they will play with energy, they will hustle, they will work hard on defense, and they've done all of that and more here tonight. Kerr at the arc for 3, and boy, the Bulls need that one.
Yes.
His second tray has 8 points in the game. 5-point lead for the expansionists from Vancouver. Martin to get it back.
Just went behind the screen. The Bulls have not done well on that screen. Boy.
You just don't see a lot of energy on the floor from the Bulls here so far tonight. Jordan looking to go to work. He was fouled out front. Byron Scott. That's his 4th personal. 3rd on the team. Kukoc and Pippen back in. Harper and Caffey leave. And there's the foul, the hold right there. Again, 3 team fouls now on the Grizzlies. 8:20 to go in the game. The Bulls are trailing by 8, 75-67. Jordan against Byron Scott. Michael to the fall away. A tip by Kukoc. 5 for Tony. 8 minutes left to go in the game now.
Hey, this kid has done a nice job running this club, Derek Martin.
He really has. Just a free agent off the scrap heap from the CBA.
He's a lefty. He wants to take Steve left.
And he's going left. Martin with the turnaround. Kukoc picks off the rebound. 75-69 Grizzlies. Here comes Tony. Jordan looking to post up Scott. Can't get open. Longley flashes high. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. In the corner is Kerr. Luke couldn't handle the rebound. Bryant Reeves does.
This crowd is smelling something good, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Derek Martin sets it up. Byron Scott. Big country Reeves double down from Scottie Pippen. Reeves gives it up to the outside. Martin for 2. 7 for Derek Martin. Again, the lead is 8 for the Grizzlies. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Pippen, good look from Jordan. 14 for Scottie. Michael with a nifty pass in close. 6 points the lead. And the Grizzlies have the ball. Derek Martin penetrating. Pippen picks it off. Steve Kerr. Kukoc.
Pip's got a little guy underneath. Illegal defense. Okay, they don't catch it. First one called.
Anthony Avent out of position. We've got a timeout called by Brian Winters on the Grizzly bench. Well, this young bunch of Grizzlies under Brian Winters has hustled their way into a 6-point lead over Michael Jordan and the mighty Bulls. Bulls have struggled with an expansion team for the first time on the road. On their first trip to the Hive back in 1988, Kelly Tripucka scored 30 and the Hornets stung the Bulls 103-101. A year later in Orlando, Michael Jordan's 52 points weren't enough to save the Bulls. The Magic pulled out a 110-109 win behind Otis Smith's 28 points. Bulls resume offensively, trailing by 6. Coming up on 6 minutes left to go for the game. Kerr to Kukoc on the block against Anthony Avent. Tony to the left hand, had it partially blocked. Pippen the rebound, calls for a timeout as he jumped out of bounds. 22nd timeout. Big Country comes up limping on the play. May have twisted his ankle, it looks like. Trying to walk it off.
Yeah.
Don't forget our next telecast on WGN, Bulls and Clippers, Saturday night at the Pond in Anaheim, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Another late night affair. Let's see if we can pick it up here. It looked like he went down there.
I think he might have stepped on Pip's foot.
Could be.
Somebody's, yeah.
May have been his teammate. May have been Avent he stepped on.
Pip says, okay, what do we got here?
Bulls basketball, 11 to go on the shot clock. In the left-hand corner of your screen. Michael. On the drive with the tomahawk.
That's what they all came to see, didn't they? And maybe that'll ignite him. Michael with only 12 points, his first basket here in the fourth quarter.
Maybe Superman's come out of the phone booth, huh?
Yep.
Anthony Avent back on. Kerr got a piece of that. Reeves has to retrieve. 6 to go on the shot clock now. The Grizzlies at the perimeter. Avent on the drive. Double pump on Kerr, and he drops it home. Greg Anthony, 22. Jordan. Over the top of Scott. Michael's second in a row. He has 14. And that equals his point total for the second and third quarters combined. Jordan has 4 points here in the fourth. He had 4 in the second and third quarters combined. Byron Scott. Around the screen by Reeves. Over Longley.
Over the top. Nope.
Tony Kukoc comes up with the board. Here's Scottie Pippen. Bulls are trailing by 4. Michael Jordan. They clear it out. Oh, what a move by Jordan on the reverse.
Okay, and listen to this crowd get warmed up to Michael. They were thinking, we haven't seen much from this guy. All of a sudden, 3 quick baskets.
6 in the fourth for Michael.
Pippen
Scott
a
and
steal.
it took away by Pippen. Jordan on the run.
Whoa! Timeout, huh, Brian? The bench is up. Everybody on their feet here. They're loving it. MJ with 18.
4 in a row from the field for Jordan here in the fourth quarter. He has 18 points in the game. Michael on the drive here with a tomahawk to get the Bulls back into it. They are tied.
Points in the last 2 minutes. We'll take a look at him coming on in over everybody, coming with the left hand. And we're back to live action here.
Anthony wanted Reeves down low. He was well covered by Pippen. In the pass, the interior feed was tipped by Jordan.
Pip said, don't send help. I got him. And that was a great play.
Blue Edwards tipped it out, it looked like, but Jordan apparently touched it last. No argument from Michael, so it must have been a good call.
Here's another shot by Michael down the lane, over country for a slam.
So again, the Grizzlies a chance to recapture the lead. Tied at 79. This is Greg Anthony. Anthony on the penetration.
Offensive foul, yes. Good call. He just lowered his shoulder and came on in. It's only his first foul, and it's an offensive foul. He comes down, he lowers his shoulder on Steve, drives him out of the way. Coming in your living room. Bulls, chance to take the lead. Haven't had it for a while, Wayne.
Under 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Jordan on the pull-up.
Yes!
And a foul!
Big country couldn't get out of the way. 20 for MJ. He's got 5 hoops here in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Here he comes up. Bump sideways. You saw the big guy trying to get out of his way. Couldn't do it.
I think they opened the phone booth just in time for Superman to arrive here in the fourth quarter. 10 points for Jordan in the fourth quarter. And foul on Reeves was his 4th. Michael, 21 points in the game.
Puts the Bulls up by 3. 3:30 left.
Avent sets it up. I think that Greg Anthony setting it up. Antonio Harvey. King was fouled by Kukoc.
3 seconds.
Oh, wait a minute. You're right. Away from the ball, 3-second violation.
You're right. It looked like Tony went for the steal out here and maybe got a piece of it, but underneath the basket where they were watching the 3-second turnover.
So the turnover gives the Bulls the basketball with a 3-point lead. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the game. Michael. A rare miss by Jordan. A loose ball foul on Kukoc.
Third one on Tony.
A rare miss in this fourth quarter, I should say, by Jordan.
Right. It's what, third foul? 13 foul?
Third on the team. And on Tony, his third. Greg Anthony sets it up again. Gets the step on Kerr. Tried to reverse it. Longley comes away. Bulls leading by 3.
Michael's going to go down on Blue Edwards if they give him a chance. If Anthony this is what I'm going to say, besides the Bulls have a 3.
Kukoc for 3.
Oh, long time coming for Tony, but he puts a nail in there. Oh, man.
Tony had been 0 for 6 from the arc coming into this game on the road trip, but watch this. This gives the Bulls an 85-79 advantage. Timeout with 2:26 to go in the game. Jordan quiet through 3 with just 10 points. Jordan was 5 of 14 from the field, but he has helped spark this 16-2 run by the Bulls in the fourth quarter by hitting 5 of 7 shots in the field. Blue Edwards, nothing but net.
Big basket for them.
Grizzlies down by just 4. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Michael against Byron Scott.
Woo! Slides another one in. 23. He's got his number. Here they come down quick.
Bulls again enjoy a 6-point lead. Byron Scott, now 10 to go on the shot clock. Anthony lets fly from deep for 2. A long deuce for Greg Anthony has 24. Bulls lead again is 4. Tony. Kerr to Jordan. Michael 6 out of 8 from the field in the quarter. Jordan on the drive again.
Single coverage. I can't believe it.
25 for Jordan. Yes, you're right. No help on that play. He is taking Byron Scott apart. Anthony to Harvey. Rebound Longley. Bulls leading 89-83. Coming up on a minute left to go. Bulls seeking their 5th win in 6 games on this 7-game road trip. Oh, Kukoc to Jordan. Michael lets fly again.
Oh,
Longley on a loose ball foul.
But it's the first in the last 2 minutes. It'll be a non-shooting foul with 47 seconds to go.
You're exactly right. It was only the 4th team foul on the Bulls in the fourth quarter, first in the last 2 minutes. Luke picks up his 5th.
Tony had a chance to lay that ball in, maybe. Came in, but he wanted to give it to the right man.
Well, the hot hand.
Yes.
Being held by Michael Jordan.
Luke with only 2 points, hasn't got a field goal, but he's got 10 rebounds in the game.
Jordan in this quarter had 7 out of 10 from the field. Has 15 points in the fourth quarter. Under a minute to go. Blue Edwards off the screen by Harvey. A little screen roll.
Oh.
Harvey didn't roll. The steal by Jordan. Goes in on Anthony.
Yes! Michael with the steal. He was under so wide open he could have shot the ball. He didn't do it.
Bulls salting this one away. Greg Anthony with a bid to keep his team in the game. A 3. 27 for Anthony. 5-point lead for the Bulls. Kukoc to Longley. They're going to try to run some clock here. Over to Kerr. The 2-second differential. Shot clock to game clock of the foul given up by Anthony. And Kerr will go to the line. Second on Greg Anthony. Oh my goodness.
Michael's sitting down there talking to somebody at the end of the.
Michael Jordan, 27 points of the game, 17 in this fourth quarter.
There's his last shot. Watch this. A fast break. 1, 2, 3.
Jordan has 17 in the fourth. The rest of the team has 12.
Steve Kerr.
Greg Anthony, 1 off a career high in points.
They try to freeze Steve Kerr now as they call it. Oh, I thought he was coming for a timeout.
I thought so too. Kerr coming up with his second of the line. The Bulls lead 91-86. 92-86. 9 points for Steve Kerr. Timeout taken by the Grizzlies. The Superman's arrived, cape and all, and the Bulls riding Jordan's hot fourth quarter, lead 92-86. Second timeout. Michael Jordan, the man of the fourth quarter. again.
Tip.
The
Tony
inbounds
with the
by
tip.
Tony. Michael to the
Why
hole.
not finish it that way?
29 for Jordan.
And he's giving the Vancouver fans something to think about.
King, Antonio Harvey. It's academic now. The Bulls run their record on the road trip to 5-1. And the final score, Michael Jordan with a hot fourth quarter, 19 in the fourth quarter. And the Bulls prevail in this one, 94-88. 13 losses in a row for the Vancouver Grizzlies.